Hi everybody. Welcome back to our monthly Q&A. This month's question that I want to address also has to do with diets. The last month that I did this Q&A, I touched on what the perfect, quote unquote, perfect diet could be for autism. You can see that there's a link below. And essentially, I went over the fact that there is no perfect diet, but that there are some common ones that can be very useful. The question I want to address today is more surrounding, okay, is the diet though the be all end all? Is that the whole picture? And I'm here to tell you today that the diet isn't always addressing the whole picture. I'm not saying that addressing the diet isn't useful, okay? But in my practice, seeing families in a lot of different complex situations, getting a perfect diet going is near impossible. And not just because people are busy and so on and so forth, but a lot of the kids that I see, if changing the diet isn't easy, that's probably why you're coming to see me, because there's no easy, simple answers. A lot of the kids that I see actually have true rigid eating patterns. And this goes deeper than just, oh, you got to cut out dairy. Oh, you got to cut out sugar. Oh, you got to cut out gluten or whatever it might be. I, not that I cringe when I hear that, oh, that I have to cut out gluten and dairy and everything will be fine. But it's more that I know based on my experience, extensive experience with so many families, that the diet simply doesn't, it doesn't explain the whole picture. And when your child has truly rigid eating habits, not just that they're picky, they might just be picky, but they could also be truly experiencing a real rigidity in their system, whether it's sensory wise or they truly are just their cravings are so intense that what's going on deeper is really driving what they will actually eat. And so if I were to say to a parent, oh, you just got to cut out these foods and everything will be fine, most of these parents would say to me, well, now I'm starving my child because they're not going to eat anything else. And often the case is not just, oh, that they're going to have tantrums and they're going to just want that junk food or milk or cheese or pizza or whatever it might be. It's not just about behavior, it's that there's something in their systems fully driving their cravings, and that's what we have to address. Time and time again, I find that when we're healing the gut, when we're investigating what's going on deeper biomedically and in the microbiome, finding if there are reasons for digestive symptoms, if there are reasons why, things are present, if there's overgrowth, a big one being yeast overgrowth. Time and time again, when we treat those things, the child or the person's palate opens up. I've heard so many times that, oh gosh, we started treating the yeast or the overgrowth otherwise microbially that was there, and suddenly our child ate a vegetable. Just naturally, just on their own. Their body just sort of, the burden was no longer there. Their palate kind of expanded, the rigidity maybe didn't go away entirely, but went away enough for them to be open to eating other foods. That's the goal, to broaden their horizons in terms of what they will eat. So usually the people who come see me, it's because their children are not necessarily going to eat a healthy diet like vegetables and good sources of protein. Often the diet is mostly carbohydrate based and maybe sugar based. And we know that there's not a lot of nutrients in those particular foods, but when parents feel stuck, it's because they're like, well, I can't actually get anything else into them as hard as I try, even if you try to hide things. So that said, there's so many more things that we can investigate and look at. So for those of you parents who are like, I can't see somebody for support because all they're going to tell me is that I have to change the diet and I can't. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case, and that there's so much more that we can look at when you're talking to somebody who is skilled at these particular things. Okay, that's our monthly Q&A. I hope that clears up some of the misconceptions about diet for some of you out there.